Alright. Well, that's live. Hello, everyone. This is my impression of Shane. We're going to be playing Didgeridoo Dungeons and Dragons. Crikey.
I'm afraid I don't have the didgeridoo with me today. I do have occasion, a jambai, a kalimba, a keyboard, a slide whistle. That's a new one to the collection. Oh, a harmonica, several kazoos. Fuck, what else do I have? The bagpipes! I have a set of bagpipes now.
The most Australian instrument, the bagpipes.
And an ocarina. I have an ocarina now, too. How many can I play, you ask?
None of them?
2. None of them.
The Cajun and the jambai, because they're drums, and drums are very, very simple.
Somebody's picking up a lot of wind or breathing into their mic.
Oh, sorry, that's me.
Oh, okay.
I had my fan on because it's quite warm here.
Gotcha. Every time it makes contact with your fan, we can hear it.
Yeah, just make it like not go wee.
Yeah, it's surprisingly, if it stays steady, it won't be.
I'll just keep it off and be disgusting in my own filth.
But you don't have to. You can actually do the thing, and it won't pick up the reverbs.
It's okay. It encourages drinking.
Does it though?
I'm not sure that's how.
It actually is kind of.
But is that a good thing?
This is just gonna.
Depends on how drunk you want to get.
Just make sure I don't drink 2 bottles of Passion Pop, and I won't explode us.
Passion Pop does sound good though.
You will explode us, that I guarantee.
Hey, it was after 2 bottles of pop. That's a lot of alcohol.
Well, it was not after 2 bottles of pop that you acquired ingredients to make said bomb.
So
That's true. This was premeditated.
What I'm hearing is if that fan is off, ultimately we're gonna get blown up.
It will result in a TP
Oh, yes.
if the fan is off, yeah.
You better turn it on then. Ow.
Careful. You okay?
Yeah, my bra just snapped.
Oh. Don't look at me like that. I didn't do it.
I saw you.
Rin's been practicing
Everybody
Mage
saw it on
Hand in his spare time.
I can only do the misogyny once a day. I already made it with the sandwich comment.
But you're making up for yesterday and not doing any.
Oh no, you should have seen what happened yesterday. It was horrible.
You know, I was kidding.
It's like probably.
Probably. I don't remember.
There was blood everywhere. So much blood.
Slash archive for future use.
There were so many ants. Okay.
Heads up, don't know if it matters right now, but we got the hospital characters.
That shouldn't be.
You had them for the celebration one shot too.
Well, that's because nobody made it on D&D Beyond, so that didn't matter. But this is supposed to be the Descent one, so why is it not showing the proper ones, which are on my thing? Refresh, see if it changes. Did it flip over?
It did flip over.
Okay, cool. So that should be taken care of. Yeah, I deactivated those characters well before we went live, and that was why I messaged you guys to make sure your stuff was updated, because it was running off of the same one Dragon Heist was. So it should be okay and not funkylicious now. But maybe sometimes Twitch just needs a little kick in the pants to get its shit together. I do not have books open yet. But hello everyone, welcome to Dungeons & Dragons Descent into Avernus. This is a campaign we had played previously and had stopped. And now we will come back to it and we will see how well and how far we get along this time. For those who have played it before, we are not doing the original introduction because it's a hot mess and not very fun. Instead, we are going to be doing an introductory chapter that comes from the Dungeon Masters Guild, which is called The Fall of Elturel. And so the reason everybody got options to take backgrounds and information on starting as one of 3 factions, the Flaming Fist, the Good Dogs, or the Hell Riders. I said the Good Dogs because of the doggo. The doggo was like, Dido, are you alive? Okay, bye. I can't hear her. She muted.
He was still shaking outside my door.
Ah, okay. They were checking on you. They were like, are you still there? Okay, bye.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, so everybody is going to be one of, or at least associated with one of 3 factions. And we start in Elturel instead of starting in Baldur's Gate. So just a bit of background onto this. I alluded very briefly to you all picking the factions, but the reason you all have gathered here at a tavern, because everybody's original when it comes to starting a Dungeons & Dragons campaign, you all are at a Pair of Black Antlers, a tavern located in the holy city of Elturel. It serves as the unofficial headquarters of the Order of the Gauntlet, a faction of holy warriors sworn to fight against the forces of evil. The leader is a man named Onthar Froom. God, I love these fantasy names.
Ooh, post that, please.
Oh no, try and spell it first before I link it to you. That's always the best. Onthar Froom. I want to hear the guesses before I link it, because it's some quality spelling.
There you go.
Z T.
What? Where did the L come from?
3 H's.
You said it was. Oh.
No, that's hilarious. I love it. Anybody else want to take a crack at the name?
I'm still trying to figure out the.
Trying to figure out. Okay.
Say it again.
Onthar Froom. Where is the L coming from? Onthar. Alright. Onthar Froom. Everybody's committing to this T8 actually. Alright.
Get inspiration from this.
The 2 that use L's went for the F sound.
K going different with committing to a PH. Alright. Alright, final answer. Here it is, okay?
Best one should get, I think the best person, best option should get.
Alright, hold on. I'm going to take that idea and I'm going to divvy it up instead. I'm going to give it to 2 people. For one who got the closest, but there's points lost for the obvious meme in there, and then the one who got closest to his first name.
Shit, I'm not getting it.
Shane, yeah, but it's still good. It's actually, oh no, I thought there were 2 R's in that. So Shane's getting an inspiration for being close-ish, close enough. For the last name, and then Onthrar. Dido gets it for being close in the first name. Shane gets it for being close in the second. Onthar Froom.
What's the name of the tavern again?
A Pair of Black Antlers.
That sounds like a. That's like the. That's the Panic at the Disco title song equivalent.
My Panic at the Disco sea shanty cover band.
Yeah. Listen, if Panic at the Disco was a troupe of bards. You know, it'd be Panic at the something. But yeah, they would play a pair of black antlers for sure.
You said the bar was owned by.
It is the unofficial headquarters of the Order of the Gauntlet. Anvar Froom is a good-natured paladin of Torm and leader of the local Order of the Gauntlet. Currently, he is holding a secret meeting with Grand Duke Uldur Ravengard, leader of the Flaming Fist, and Gideon Lightward, a priest of Lathander. Who remembers how to spell Uldur's name?
I recognize that one.
I do too.
I was waiting for Dido to remember.
I did. Did you not see me smirk?
I did. Listen. You chose to be the battle whore. And that's a capital W because it's a job title, not an insult. Just so everybody's clear.
And the other one was Grand Duke.
Uldur Ravengard. Leader of the Flaming Fist. If we had any editing, that would have been when fire wrapped around my hand. Shane, learn to edit
Raven
videos
something?
and put some
Guard.
Ravengard.
Man, I was trying to make a shit post earlier, but fucking got about 10% of the way through and gave up because it was way too much work for my uncreative ass.
It's too much work. Too much work.
Yeah, I was trying to take all those fucking things you guys have been making of your characters and put them over the fucking Simpsons lesbian bar. Like everyone except Homer.
Nice.
Oh, I thought his name was Baldur Ravengard for some reason.
Nope. Uldur.
Nope.
Ravengard.
Older.
The Baldur is here to lead the Flaming Fist.
Frosted.
I recognize
Frost,
that
did you
one,
play?
too.
Did you play with us in?
I did
first
not.
one? You did not. Okay, so this is new to you too. Awesome. Great. That makes this even better. So you guys are all attending the meeting on behalf of one of the three factions: the Order of the Gauntlet, the Flaming Fist, or the Hell Riders. As I stated, this starts in a tavern. Anvar Froom, a paladin of the Order of the Gauntlet, pounds his fist against the table, calling the room to order. He begins to speak. My friends, I'm glad to see you've gathered here today to discuss the growing threat of the Cult of the Dragon. We have received troubling news that the cult has burned down the town of Greenest to the south. There are rumors now that the cult has become bold enough to even conduct rituals in Elturel woods, due north of here. Together, we can deal a swift blow to the Cult of the Dragon by attacking their forces while they scheme in our local woods. I say we put aside our own squabbles and act. What say you?
Agreed. Absolutely.
As
Bahamut will see them fall.
Yep. And so a character speaks up, and it is, of course, Shay. Why don't you describe your character for us so we know who you are?
I am playing Lillian an Asamar, so has like the golden skin and kind of shimmery eyes, golden eyes. They are wearing knight's chainmail and long sword and shield. And they have a holy symbol, or their shield has an emblem of the platinum dragon along with a holy symbol around their neck.
Does anybody else decide to chime in, giving their agreement, acknowledgement of the desire to work together?
I'm not convinced that going into the woods is my particular place, but I guess I'll go wherever I'm sent.
And speaking up as a new individual, go ahead and describe them for us.
Laureen is in. She's probably currently wearing a hunter green corset with a plum purple skirt that stops about mid-thigh in the front, and then in the back goes down to about the back of her knees. A pair of stockings and a matching see-through purple long like robe that's open in the front.
What say the rest of you?
Orla probably is sitting at like a table or something, like, kicked back, feet up on the table, and kind of just does that anime little the TCH, and just like crosses her arms and looks away.
Magvel, a burly orc with long grey hair, just kind of nods. Don't worry, girl. We've got at least 2.5 in full fighting force here. You'll be fine. I'm trying not to do my Tellius Thug voice.
I mean, you could. No one would know the difference. And finally, there is...
Oh no, I'm too busy typing everybody's stuff in here.
Haha, joke's on you, fool.
Peregrine is probably like leaning back in his chair, like that, like legs crossed on the table. Y'all are really ready to kill yourselves for this? Because, I mean, I guess if it pays well, sure.
Not ourselves, kid. Someone else. Even better. Any reason to commit justified murder is good enough for me. And as he says that, Magvel will even take out a length of chain and wrap it around his own fist. Yes, I bought myself a chain.
We're protecting people.
When Lillian says that, Duke Ulder Ravengard, and I have a picture of this dashing man. There is no picture of our boy, the Froom, though, unfortunately. Where is Ravengard? Named creatures. It's kind of sad that he falls under named creatures. But Older Ravengard slams his gauntlet on the table and he says, I'm in agreement. We need to deal a swift and decisive blow to these cultists. Shouldn't they know their place after their diabolical dragon god was slain? Of course, Gideon Lightward also says, Lathander wouldn't want such evil skulking so close, and the people of Greenest must be avenged. With everybody seeming to be in agreement, Onthar Froom says to you all, we suspect that the Cult of the Dragon is transporting the treasure they've looted from Greenest to Baldur's Gate. We want you all to ride and find this cult in the Elturel woods. If you can capture cultists and learn more of their information, that would be great. But everyone you put to the sword is an evil wiped away from this world.
I think at that, Lillian kind of like purses her lips a little bit, looking kind of thoughtful, but gives the reluctant nod. My lord, will we be provided horses for this journey?
Yes. And that moment, Gideon Lightward steps up. We have agreed to work alongside the Order of the Gauntlet and the Flaming Fists. You will have a Hellrider captain traveling alongside our own Orla, and he gestures to the dwarf. You may be familiar with Rhea Mantlemorn, Orla. You two did do your signing together.
What's the name?
Rhea Mantlemorn.
Rhea?
Yep.
I don't know how to spell that.
It's
No.
fancy.
REYAHWT.
GQ7.
Wait, I actually started typing.
Wingdings.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah, Rhea Mantlemorn. You would remember Rhea Mantlemorn. She is a newly appointed Hell Rider, much like yourself. The two of you took your sacred oath to Elturel together, which consisted of when you became of age, you signed your names in a book pledging your eternal service to the holy city and your devotion as a Hell Rider. You swore this in front of your family and friends and the entire Hell Rider congregation, and of course, your Lord Protector, whose name immediately escapes me, Thavius Krieg?
Yes.
Yeah, Thavius
Krieg.
Krieg. Thavius Krieg, who is a famous priest of Lathander. Yes, Thavius Krieg. Thavius Krieg, a famous priest who freed Elturel 50 years ago from the tyrannical rule of a vampire. He's been ruling he's the High Overseer. Oh, excuse me, he is not a priest of Lathander, he is a priest of Torm. And I will go ahead and link this too, because no matter how you try and spell it, it probably isn't the way they wanted it. Thavius Krieg.
What? That's the way I spelled
Oh,
it.
I was close.
Oh, I thought it was Thaddeus.
Nope, Thavius. Thaddeus sounds cooler.
It does. It sounds stronger.
Yeah.
Ah! I literally, instead of a K, I put a C for the last name. I was close.
Yeah, Krieg will always be spelled with a K because it's supposed to be Germanic. But they put an extra E instead of an I, and it always throws me off because it's Craig. Thavius Craig. But yeah, he is a priest of Torm, and the story goes that he had rescued Elturel from the clutches of a vampire tyrant that was ruling the area, and basically through prayer and divine intervention, a magical artifact called the Companion acts as a holy beacon of sunlight that shines forever over Elturel and basically bathes the city in sunlight and radiance and goodness, and Elturel is just a fantastic and wonderful place that everyone loves being in, and everyone from Baldur's Gate fucking hates them because they think they're better than everyone else.
Maybe I should have made an L.
Hey, I don't.
Everyone hates them because they think they're better than us. But yes,
What'd you say the thing was called?
the Companion. And
Ah.
that is spelled exactly the way it sounds.
Well, so I forgot what it
think
was
it's
because I was
spelled with a
listening.
K.
Yeah.
So I typed in.
It's
I
spelled
typed
with a,
in.
It's spelled with a K, and there's also a QH in there somewhere.
And a Y.
Companion.
I typed in the Challenger for some reason. I knew it wasn't right, but that's what I typed in.
The Challenger. The Companion. The Companion. I love it. But yeah, at the mention of you all being led by a newly appointed captain, Rhea, she enters the room. Rhea is a relatively tall, athletic human, dark skin, reddish brown hair. But she knows you, Orla. The two of you trained together, and so it's not an unwelcome surprise for her. She kind of smiles seeing you, and then kind of looks over the others and offers greetings to each of you. Answer.
What is her personality like?
Yes.
She is a child.
She is a child. No, you would have had experience with her. She is dutiful in her commitment to the Hell Riders. I'm trying to like describe lawful good, and my brain is like, no, you don't describe lawful good, you show lawful good. But she's not a on the books kind of person, but she's dedicated to Elturel. She's dedicated to being a knight and all of the things that generally come with being lawful good. You know, she'll still drink, she'll still joke, she'll still laugh, but she leans very much on the upholding justice and all of that. Otherwise, you probably also know her darkest fears, as you guys, would have the trainee pillow fights and... No, I'm kidding. No, but you would know that she's basically a young girl. She's only 18. She's newly appointed to the Hell Riders, just like you are. So she's not very experienced in the world, and her idea of the way a knight should be is very romanticized. And she is very much the, Elturel is the greatest thing since elven wizards learned how to slice bread without a knife. Yeah. So she's a pretty cool gal, and you probably would, unless you don't like that sort of thing, you probably would have a beer with her.
Yeah. Now, Orla would acknowledge her.
Oh, hello there.
Well met. And she offers a smile.
I am Lillian. I am a Knight of Bahamut. I extend a hand.
Rhea, Mantlemorn. He already introduced me, but I suppose Knight Hellrider for Torm. Orla, you're looking well.
Hold on.
Let's hear it. Let's hear that accent.
No, I forgot. Well, because it was like, it wasn't going to be like my normal, like, British accent. I was going to change it. Also, I don't know. I haven't quite figured out how exactly I want her to sound and how I want her... Not sound, but...
So
what words I want her to use.
So think of brave and just channel all of that into it.
No, I know how to do accent. I'm thinking more so like how she responds to people. That's why I'm just having her nod and acknowledge people and stuff right now.
Call him a cunt and clip him around the ears.
Yeah, you could do an Australian accent if you wanna.
No, not when we have an Australian person here.
Hey, I will not be offended.
No, yeah, she'd just go, you as well. And then that's it.
There was a cool thing where you could type phrases in and it would translate it into what it would sound like if a dwarf tried to say it. I'm trying to find it.
No, I feel like whatever it's called. Dwarves are a little more proper.
Listen, she's a rebellious youth. She hasn't grown into being lawful yet.
Me? I have.
I
I haven't grown to the good part.
Mm-hmm.
Out of character, I've completely forgot, but my character would like to try and, ponder it as well. Is 18, very young to actually become a Hellrider?
No.
And would that be a religion? No.
No, Hellrider's not a religion. It is quite literally the main knight force for Elturel.
Okay.
Wow.
Fair
But
enough.
if you want to do a history check, you can learn some more about why they're called Hellriders.
Hey, I'm actually proficient in that one.
Ooh, I'm
You can
not.
actually make rolls.
I'm
you
not
can
proficient in religion as a cleric for some reason.
You can actually make rolls.
Straight up average.
I'm not proficient in religion as a bard.
That's fair.
Oh, I can do religion. Religion.
Religion would count. Yeah, religion would count.
I would get a 12 then.
You can roll
Where
10, 'cause it's a separate
where is
thing.
Gideon at right now
Okay.
in this room?
Gideon would be sitting at the table with the three, or would be seated at a table where the three of them are convening this meeting. It's kind of that, like...
Oh, it says... Sorry.
Wondering why the bard is slowly creeping towards him.
Yeah, exactly. It's not suspect at all. But for you all who did a check, I will take the 10 history as well. So, starting with the 10, Lillian, what you would know is that the Hell Riders are very much that. They are a knight order exclusively to Elturel. Since you're not from here, you know basically stories about them where they would have at one point rallied alongside. The story goes that they rallied alongside a being who charged into hell, and so they literally got the name Hell Riders because at one point in time they had ridden into hell. Magvel, you would know that at one point the Hell Riders had charged into the first layer of hell, and they had been rallied by a celestial being who wanted to wage a divine war against the devils there. And a lot of the stories talk about how they never came back afterwards, and so they've carried on the legacy of the Hell Riders because they considered it a sacred duty and oath to keep that tradition alive. They ride against evil in all its forms.
That's very nice. He mutters to himself as he remembers his old fucking storybooks that he's only just read because he's not an astute reader.
Lorraine, give me a perception check, please.
Well,
You start looking around, and you see that Gideon's eyes are fixated on you as well, and there's that moment where the two of you lock eyes.
so I want to sidle up to. Once I get up to the table, I want to perch myself like on the edge, and make it look like my camisole just kind of naturally came off of my shoulder, and I'm gonna look up at him through my my lashes. You wouldn't send me into real danger, would you?
He kind of, if a dark man could blush, he would, but he doesn't, and he just says, "You are never truly in danger with the light of Lathander watching over you. Your path will be illuminated, and his protection will keep you all safe. That and the strong steel of two Hell Riders."
While he's talking, my high-heeled foot is lightly brushing against his leg.
Mm-hmm. Make me a persuasion with advantage.
Good at persuasion.
I would hope so,
Actually,
Bard.
not really. I'm not proficient, but I'm good. 22.
Wait, you're not proficient at persuasion?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
Where do you find out how proficient I am at Arcana?
Hmm.
Yeah, so
+9.
with that, everybody's in agreement that they are going to combine forces and ride out against the Cult of the Dragon. Antharr Froom and Duke Ulger Ravengard make a toast, praising you all for your bravery. The toast is in hopes of a successful hunt against evil, and that you all may return safely. You all raise your flagons and drink, and Gideon offers a quick prayer and a blessing, which each of you now have advantage on saving throws for the next 24 hours because of Gideon's blessing. and afterwards he makes eyes at Lorene and gets up and heads out of the room.
So when do we leave?
The tiniest sips.
I will look back where Gideon went. Too soon, it seems.
Rhea says, if you can give me time, I'll get our horses together. The Hell Riders are committing many assets to this. I can get each of you a horse, assuming you don't already have one.
Do you require assistance?
If you wish to help, that would be appreciated. It shouldn't take long.
I always wish to help.
How long is not long?
She kind of thinks for a moment. 20, 30 minutes, maybe, to get the saddles on?
More than enough time. I'll be right back.
And she kind of like, oh, okay. Need to set the stables.
I kind of wave, like, I heard her, but...
Mm-hmm. What's everybody else doing as the two head off to the stables and the other two head off to some dark, secluded place?
He got him when he was alive and dead.
Only one of them is abandoned.
Macbeth will join them
So far.
on his way to the stables, but he also just mentioned, like, in my time, I've seen a lot of pleasure girls, and that girl was certainly one. I don't mean to be rude, but why is she here again?
Rhea kind of looks and says, What?
Wait, what?
How dare you assume that of her? She's one of yours, isn't she? A flaming fist?
Not that I'm aware of, but I don't pay that much attention.
Well, where I come
Plus,
from, it's
there are
rude to
many
assume-
flaming fists.
Where I come from, it's rude to assume that women, especially the pretty ones, are only interested in making coin for lifting their skirts. Some of us earn our money.
That's right.
Exactly.
Don't get me wrong. They sure
Suddenly
is
he's
getting on
ganged
it.
up on by 3 knightly women.
As said, I'm experienced in this vocation.
Peregrine will just finish his drink and be like, "You're on your own, buddy," and just head out towards the stables.
Even better, I'm like, that's right. I don't even wear a skirt.
Suddenly surrounded by knightly women. How dare you call her a whore?
And we're gonna see her whore out at some point, and I'm gonna just fucking... See? See?
Oh, Will Smith gesture, just like, you see what this shit is?
No, we're setting you up for it, yeah.
Are you looking at this shit right now?
Orla is going to follow to the stables as well.
Orla, what is your war pony's name?
I don't know yet.
You should have had this ready.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me, it's a war boar?
No, she wanted a pony.
Okay, that's fair.
It's not a pony. It's a miniature horse.
Yeah, same thing.
It's full grown. I was like, what if I just bring Roger in again, but as a horse?
You could.
Yeah, it's Roger.
It's a white miniature stallion.
Yes, it's Roger.
Oh wait, Frost. What was the name of the horse breed that Francis Merriweather Calhoun had?
Oh my god, I don't remember. I only remember my horse's name.
Tiny horse. There's a specific breed. Oh, it's just a miniature horse.
Yeah, that's what they're called. That's why I
That's
said a miniature
boring.
horse.
But adorable. Oh my god.
Their heads are like, or not their heads, but their teeth are, like their jaws are still the same size as a full-grown horse. Like their bites are
great.
the same. Horses bite.
A Shetland pony can be small.
Yeah, she's riding one of these boys. I'm trying to find a white one so it can be Roger.
I've seen two of them at a pub I frequent. They seem very dopey.
The ponies?
Found it. Found it.
Yeah.
Found Roger.
And his
There
little
he
duck
is.
friend.
with the duck friend.
With the dire goose. All geese are dire.
What does it mean when he honks?
Quack.
Your end is come. He honks all the time. I know.
It foretells your doom. Alright. Yeah, so Laureen, please give me a performance. We'll just leave it at that.
18?
Alright.
How long does your buff last?
He will remember you. It was a good
As he
performance.
should.
Yep, it was a good performance. And yeah, it's sex.
Do I get paid?
Actually, yeah. Do you ask for payment?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I want all the details.
No.
Okay.
Okay, take a -10 to that performance.
Yeah, no. Actually, no. You can leave that there. I do. I'm sure there's a chart for it. 5th edition. I gotta give you fair wages here. Because
you can
those-
probably go off of the type of living.
That's true.
in the player's book.
Oh, well. Prostitute, noble, 5th edition equipment. Thank you, D&D Wiki. So, a noble prostitute apparently makes 15 gold an hour.
Ooh.
Well, it wasn't a full hour.
It was half.
We said, like, what, 24 minutes?
It's like 20 to 30 minutes, yeah. I mean, if you... Dido, do you want to show up late?
Sure.
Alright, roll me a con save.
Hey, good thing you
I
have
get,
advantage.
wait, I get advantage on saves, right?
Yes.
20. It's okay. I didn't need it anyways.
Alright. So you keep Gideon busy for the whole hour. So I'm gonna go off of that one because you're fairly noble. So why not? Yeah.
Yes, definitely high class.
Yeah, you make 15 gold. You're like, all right, now pay me, and he's like, wait, we aren't cuddling, and you're like, nope, money, and he's like, okay, here's donation. No, it's not that awkward. It was obvious what it was, and he pays you accordingly, and he's just like, Lathander blesses all things. And he just kind of like
Next time we'll be on the house.
yeah. He's not ashamed because this isn't like a Christian thing where prostitution is frowned upon. There's a whole clergy dedicated to it. If you had picked Sunni or something, it would have been even more like, oh, well, we can share religious beliefs, sure. But yeah, he's just like, Lathander blesses all things, and this was fun. And he's like, next time, or you say next time's on the house, and he's like, I look forward to it. Gideon Lightward will remember this. But for the rest of you, a half hour passes, the horses are ready, and your friend Laureen has not shown up yet.
Well, she's dead.
Killed by Gideon, the priest of Lathander.
It's an unfortunate way to go for a pleasure girl of her stature.
Rhea gives you a dagger's stare.
Well, I hate to say it, but I don't know how long we can wait.
I imagine if she's representing the Flaming Fist, her associate can at least tell us how long she expects to be.
Especially since he apparently knows so much about her.
For fuck's sake, I'll go find her. I'll be back in 5.
He doesn't come back in 5.
Yeah, I'll
He's dead.
run off and look for her I guess.
Give me an investigation roll, please.
Shit. I did not check the bedrooms.
you go in a completely wrong direction, and you are gone for 15 minutes. Do you continue searching, or do you circle back?
Nah, she's dead. I'll return.
All right. 45 minutes have passed, and the orc has returned empty-handed.
This is ridiculous. Evil's afoot, and we need a hand to stop it before it gets ahead.
They look for her.
Probably just enjoying the view while they can, because, you know, it's a good bit of travel.
Orla, you said you wanted to look for
She like rolls her eyes a little bit when this guy comes back empty-handed.
her. Yeah. Orla, did you say you were going to take a look?
Yeah.
Okay. You can head off and do an investigation for me as well.
Fuck!
Give me a D100.
Oh no.
You
I
lose
might
your
find
other
out this
eye.
might be a bad thing.
We're going to see how bad it is.
19.
Oh, fantastic. You do not go in the wrong direction. In fact, you go in the completely right direction, and you do not have the luxury of hearing them before you see them, and you try a door, and you open it up just in time to see...
Climactic ending.
Yep, you come in right at the magic moment, and you're probably in like the splash zone too.
Oh no!
It's a strudel, not a Twinkie. So you open the door, and it's just a full on view of what's going on between the two of them, and you probably just as quickly shut the door. And,
Yep.
And yeah.
And then a gag and then run to the bathroom to clean up. Even if I didn't get anything on me, I'd still wash my hands.
You
Wash your eyes.
You can't ever get clean enough.
You always need Lathander's blessing before you go into battle.
Well, yeah. So, 10 minutes pass, and
While they're searching, is it possible for us to do something productive and maybe find like a map of the area? Something easy that, you know.
you don't even need to do that. Rhea has a map. Like I said, Rhea has gotten everything together for you guys. Probably at your suggestion, she's like, oh yeah, I know where a map is. And so you guys get a map. You have horses with enough supplies. The area is not far, so it's not like you're going to be out for too long. You're just traveling a ways north into the woods. But yeah, so she has a map ready for you guys, and it's it's not long before everybody reconvenes. Orla comes back first, looking incredibly traumatized at what she had seen.
Oh no. She really is dead, isn't she?
Quite the opposite.
Nope, not
I'd
dead.
say she's living.
Is she
Living her
hurt?
best
Injured?
life.
You look terrified. What kind of foul monster has gotten to her?
Living her best life. What kind of foul monster has gotten to her,
She
Orla?
needs rescuing. Quickly, let's go!
It's
When I rejoined
giant serpent.
when I
I just-
rejoined the group, I'm just, nibbling on a strudel, and if you look closely enough, the shadow behind me is acting independently of itself.
What's it doing?
What is it doing?
It's just not moving like a shadow should.
Everybody make me a perception check. let's see who notices.
Do I have to make a perception check to
Not
see if I
me.
notice my own shadow?
Are you aware of your shadow doing this?
Yes, I'm aware of my shadow.
Then no, you don't need to.
It's like Peter Pan and his shadow.
Yeah, it's like unless you want to, you don't need to.
Didn't mean to roll persuasion.
Well, you.
It was the same thing, anyways.
Do I need to do another D100?
No, it's fine. Actually, yes. Do me another D100.
20.
Okay.
Let's get these nat ones out of the way now.
Yeah, nothing fun happens. It's always the funny thing happens on high roll. So no, you don't see anything strange.
Still too traumatized.
I'm not trying to. Yeah, I'm not trying to look
You're
in her
you're
direction
deliberately
right
looking
now.
away.
Yep, you are looking.
Yeah.
You are looking away. Magvel, you do see the shadow acting differently.
That's weird, but
It's weird.
you know, he probably doesn't know better, so he'll just let it slide this time. If that shadow keeps up, though, he's gonna have words.
Okay, darlings, I have Lathander's blessing. We're good to go.
Well, we all have Lathander's blessing.
It's just Peregrine's like, is that what they call it nowadays?
We all had Lathander's blessing an hour ago. Yeah, your blessing only lasts for 23 more hours now.
Well, we've wasted enough time. Since you're not currently... You don't appear injured.
Kind of touch along my body.
I was gonna say, is she limping?
No, she's a professional.
Okay.
She stretches before every encounter.
Gotta limber up sometimes.
I kind of perch a pumped foot up and, like, check my ankles. Yeah, not injured.
Alright then.
Well, we should get going. Sorry if I took your saying, but figure we stand around here anymore, we're gonna be bored out of our minds.
Alright then. I'm out up.
Alright, so we're all in agreement then?
Yes.
Yes.
Alrighty. So you all depart from the holy city of Elturel. Heading into the woods. I'm just pulling up my map here. Is Elturel on here? So yeah, it is literally just due north, and you start making your way out of the city. This brings us into the next chapter of this little mini adventure. The bright magical light above Elturel is known as the Companion. It constantly bathes the holy city and the region of Elturgard in a radiant glow. Birds chirp gently as you all follow Rhea on horseback along a dirt road to the Elturgard woods north of Elturel. Along the journey, you see many happy travelers and religious pilgrims of Lathander making their way to Elturel. They greet you, they offer their own passing friendly blessings to you. And as you're making your way, and just outside of the city, you see that there is a majestic looking weeping willow tree atop a small hill that has a serene view of the city. At the top of the hill, under the tree, an elderly priest of Lathander is officiating a wedding of a young couple. The bride and groom approach you all, and the man, a half-elf, he has a slightly budding mustache and longish sideburns, dark brown hair. He approaches with his bride, who is a full elven woman, braided blonde hair. But they approach and they say, well met, travelers. Do you have a moment to spare some time?
Do you require assistance?
Yes, the most important of assistance.
Highly
It's,
doubt it.
it's customary for Elturelian weddings to invite strangers to witness the final vows of the ceremony. Would you honor us in watching? It won't take long, I promise.
Let's see.
It would only be rude to say no. Come, friends. As said, it will only take a moment.
The last time someone said that, it took an hour.
It was the best hour of my life.
Uh-huh.
Not so much for the rest of us, so...
It's not really gonna take an hour, is it?
No, I promise. It will only be a couple minutes.
Then absolutely, I would be honored.
You don't mind, do you, Rhea?
Brea actually is like, when you turn and address her, and you're like, you don't mind, she's wide-eyed, and there's like a starry gleam, and she's like, it's so romantic, as she's looking at the hill and the people and the nice dress she's in and how nice his groomsman suit is. She says, yes, we can stop. I want to see this. And she hops down, or pulls her horse up towards the hill, and then gets off.
I believe you've found quite a curious bunch, as you've got the blessings of Torm and Lathander at least upon you, plus, undoubtedly, a few other gods I can't say I've spoken intimately about on this topic about to the rest of you. But that's at least two. That's quite the celebration.
Yes.
All the blessings to our darlings.
And so, with that, you all gather around underneath this weeping willow. The priest of Lathander is a aged human, a bit wide in the gut, balding, and his hair.
I wink at him.
You wink at him, he winks back. And so the two gently hold hands and look each other lovingly in the eyes as they together recite their final vows. Before the morning Lord Lathander and those here today, I commit to you, now and always, until we return to his endless light. And the newly married couple, they kiss, and there's some cheers from some other people who might be passing by in the area. And they turn and they thank you, and the bride takes out these feathers, or not feathers, flowers, that's the word. She takes out flowers from her hair. Each of them is a pure white, and she hands a flower to each of you. And she says, thank you for witnessing this.
I might be crying a little bit.
Rhea is,
Thank you, darling,
Rhea is
for
in
the
tears.
attention.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of lean over to Rhea
Quietly.
and stroke her cheek a little bit. It's beautiful, isn't it, darling?
It's so beautiful.
I do the snaps, actually.
You do the what?
The snaps.
Snaps?
That's the, yeah. Theater clapping.
Thank you so much for letting us witness this.
And the priest smiles at all of you and he says, go with Lathander's light. We won't hold you any longer from your mission.
Oh, mission, right.
Right, Rhea wipes away what's left of her tears. And she says, do you need help back onto your horse, Lorene?
Oh, of course I would take the help, darling.
And so she grabs the reins, has a hand around your waist, helps lift you up, and you feel that she is surprisingly strong. There is very little effort in her lifting you.
Oh, don't throw me off the horse now.
And she effortlessly hooks her bridle, the thing where your feet slide in. She slides her foot into the thing.
Stirrups.
Stirrup, thank you. The bridle is the thing you hold the thing that goes in their mouth.
The bridle is what goes around the horse's head.
Yeah. And so she gets a foot into a stirrup, and in like a very practiced fluid motion, she's on her horse in an instant.
I am tucking that flower into my hair and ear and making sure it's secure.
I do the same as Rhea, but little.
But Lil.
Magvel will do the same with his long grey hair.
His long grey red hair.
Lauren just kind of looks at it like this was kind of a waste of time. And she'll just kind of put it in her pack.
I put it in.
Not as romantic as everybody else.
I mean, Peregrine's gonna wait.
Like she'll like
away.
attach it to her pack, not like put it in. But
Peregrine's gonna wait because he'll probably be like at the rear of the line, and as soon as they're a bit away, he's just gonna drop it on the ground.
Oh no.
I like you.
I like it. That's so hardcore.
And
like,
there we
this
go.
shit.
That's how we got cursed into hell.
What is
At least I kept mine on my person.
Yeah, for
But
all
then
we
he
know, it's
fire
gonna be this
blasts
very
it just to be an
important-
asshole.
Yep,
It'll be this very important, like, warding thing in the future.
Listen. Sometimes things are just a waste of time.
Not to lose.
He's in all black. It would look ridiculous anyway.
But it's supposed to be the contrast that shows that you're secretly
Yeah,
good
that's
on
like-
the inside.
White and black are good.
He'll make sure to firebolt it as it's falling down, just so
Oh,
it.
no. Okay.
Disgusting.
Next thing I need to do is check. What's everybody's passive perceptions?
Horseshit. 12.
13.
Elf.
12.
12.
I'm the highest one. Wait a minute.
just barely. Okay. So we covered them leaving. You guys have continued riding. This is a ways deeper into the city, still along that road, but you're probably about 30 minutes on horseback outside of the city. You all hear, not too far in the distance, the sound of a young girl calling for help, along with the sounds of growling animals.
Oh, I am instantly riding in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's in danger. I am.
Calm down there, dear.
I'm going to be waylaid every 5 minutes on this trip.
Possibly.
That's what I was thinking.
Let's go see what's going on. Maybe she tripped or something.
I am gonna.
Yeah.
Where are we? Are we in the Elturel woods right now?
Yes, you would technically be, you'd be on the outskirts of the woods.
Hello?
Oh, did the music play or something?
Fuck.
Seems like it.
Technically, Peregrine, dear, this is our mission.
Let's see here.
There's
Yeah.
dangers in these woods.
Our mission involved dragon cultists, not every damsel in distress every 5 minutes.
We can do both. I shout as I charge.
I mean, you're not wrong, but still.
Rhea chimes in. She says, "We're heading this way anyways. There's no harm in stopping to make sure that they're okay."
And I am gonna pop one of my divine senses as I ride in.
Your divine sense doesn't pick anything up. Anybody who wants to, or who is trained in nature, can make a nature check for me.
Nope.
Nope. Still bothered by the fact that nature is an intelligence thing.
Right?
Fucking
Well,
Same as fucking religion.
Not trained?
Yeah.
no, anybody who's trained can make a nature roll.
Okay.
What
So-
does trained mean?
If you're
You're
proficient
proficient
in
with
it.
it.
Oh, no.
I'm trying to just change up our music here since it stopped.
Reminds me of Eleanor, the best druid ever who had nothing in nature. Or animal handling.
That's a little more epic than I wanted.
Strangely, this half-orc is just like Tullius Thorg, in the sense that they both have dog shit religion, despite being clerics and paladins respectively.
At least you're consistent.
You don't talk
I-
in third person though. I'm disappointed.
I'm a bard, not trained in persuasion.
I'm a barbarian with
With no
not trained
athletics?
in.
What?
No, I have athletics. I'm not trained in intimidation.
I was gonna say, I mean, I'm
I
an
am.
artificer, not trained in Arcana, so.
I play a barbarian that's not trained in intimidation
Wait,
either.
Hold on. You're an artificer. Why are you complaining about intelligence anything?
Wait,
So I'm not.
yeah.
Look, I'm talking about the rest of them who should have like decent natured things with high wisdom. I have a +1.
I have a +0.
Yeah, I have a +2.
I'm almost as good as the cleric.
That's not hard to do.
As said, I made a really shit cleric. And tied it into his backstory, so it actually kind of makes sense.
Look, you can't be a shit cleric as long as you take life cleric, and then it doesn't matter how bad
You
your
didn't.
modifier is.
Oh, in that case, yeah, I made a shit cleric.
Alright. So, as you guys start moving towards the source of the sounds, what you end up seeing is there is a tree not too far up ahead, and you guys make your way up there. Known to Elturel region. When you get closer, you end up hearing, "I'll be making fur coats out of you yet!" And you see from the branches of a tree a fiery young girl sitting atop a tree branch 12 feet off the ground. The young girl is wearing a colorful rainbow scarf that bristles in the wind as she throws rocks at 3 white wolves, hungrily growling at her from the base of the tree. Nearby, a runty black wolf circles the tree.
Hearing that, can Magvel cast Thaumaturgy and just shout, "Ah! Extra large for mine, dear!" as he raises his warhammer, and, that's his action, so he can't actually make a charging attack, but yeah. He'll be doing that eventually.
Alright, so Telius Thog is going to announce your all's presence. So what I will do is...
Didn't I say Magvel?
No, you said Telius Thog.
You said
No, you may have said Magvel, but we've established that he's basically Telius Thog, so that's where my brain went.
Telius Thog is dapper and
Telius
refined.
Thog.
Magvel is a fuckboy.
Wow.
Except Telius Thog is also a little bit of a fuckboy.
I was gonna say, it's like,
The good kind of fuckboy.
I mean,
Woohoo.
I was gonna say, it's like, Lorene will have to decide that. So, I will set you all on the map, and then you all can determine your positioning, at least as in marching order positioning. Keep in mind that you are all mounted, so your movement is actually horse movement, unless you get off of the horse. And please roll me.
She's cute.
Yeah, I just found a hooded person. Stay in this general starting area, just where you guys are, as far as a marching order.
Well, I was charging in, so...
That's fine. I just want you to determine what your marching order is, not where you are on the map.
I was charging in, so I would be towards the front.
Probably, yeah, towards the front. I'm in the back.
Just arrange yourselves in this general vicinity without moving forward.
I'm okay with where I'm at.
That being said, please roll me initiatives. Fallister, what the hell are you doing on the initiative?
Fallister?
Get out of here, Fallister. I didn't even test roll him. Why is he there?
Why?
Oh my god, no!
Why am I rolling so shit?
Oh my god, no.
Shit.
Okay, not what I wanted.
Alright, can I like
We'd have...
Hmm?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Would we have riding horses or war horses?
Riding horses.
Okay, cool.
I do believe it specifically says it's riding horses.
Yeah, they have the same speed anyway. It's just their armor and HP that's affected.
Yeah, no. Your flaming fists, they're not going to give you their good horses.
there's only a difference of 325 gold between the two.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
nothing.
They're not going to give you their good horses. That being said, I think Orla is probably the only one who has a actual warhorse. Rhea would also have a warhorse, but you all get riding horses.
My little
Just-
warhorse.
Yeah, your tiny war pony.
I
All right.
love him.
So I have your initiatives. I will roll for the wolves, and I will roll for the common girl. I will scoot that one, and I am going to differentiate the pacing runty one. Let me see, purple dot. So 3 growly wolves, one runty. These 3 are white wolves. This is a runty black wolf. It tells me to make a note of that, so I am. Your initiatives. That is a +2. Commoner. This music is enchanting. Commoner. Oh, wow. Commoners are just 10. All the way down. That's fun.
I'd say they're pretty average.
They are pretty average. Alright. That's setting the mood there. Descending. Peregrine would beat the tie. Wolf goes faster than she does. Nobody else is tied, correct? Great. Lorene, you're first. I didn't put Rhea in. Hold on one sec. Make sure she gets in there. She actually has.
I think that will be a common trend of this game.
Yeah, I forgot about. Well, hey, look, it's not much better.
It barely matters.
All right, Lorene, sorry, your go.
Lillian, isn't it, dear? Why don't you run in there and take care of these things? And as my bonus action, I will give her Bardic Inspiration,
Oh yeah.
which you can also use for damage, for either spell or whatever your attack is. And then I'm going to Vicious Mockery this one. Do you know if you...
Ping that one again for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Front and center.
Front and center.
Front and center. You know, if your pack liked you more, they wouldn't open you up for attack so easily.
Ooh. What's your DC there?
It's just a 14.
It's always a 1 on those too. I've never seen them be any better. So that is a nat 1. Okay. I'm just getting my low rolls out now.
It is viciously mocked.
Oh,
It whines and pines and just lays down.
That reminds me. There is a player critical that Ark said has to go to death saves. And I have a DM critical that did not get used on Shay's holiday one-shot. So at a dramatically appropriate moment to kill Shane, I will use that critical to really drive it home.
So,
and conveniently, I go first, so I get to charge into 4 attacks.
Hold on, jeez.
It also has disadvantage on its next attack roll. Before
Yeah, because of the...
Before the end of its next turn. Yeah.
Yeah, because of that fuck roll.
Sorry, never played a bard before.
Yeah, it's fine. I can tell you that it can be fun, but this is basically what you're doing the whole time.
At least until I go rogue.
Yeah.
Oh, I love bards.
Are you finished?
Yes, that is my bonus action and my action. My ass is staying out of the fray.
Your ass is grass. All right, Magvel, please. open it up for us while writing.
Mine left is a cloud, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Remembering that you have a critical, I'm kind of thinking about throwing a javelin and then skirmishing.
You didn't even know I had a critical until I said so.
Yes, that's why I'm now suddenly rethinking my entire turn.
Rethinking life choices? No.
Ah, fuck it, here we go.
Do it, you coward. You won't.
Gonna move 40 feet on my riding horse up to there, then I'm going to fucking rail that cunt with my maul. And I'm going to miss because I said it so enthusiastically.
You did say it before.
But you'll miss enthusiastically.
Well, hold that thought right there, because armor class 13, you hit.
Nice. For 11 bludgeoning.
The wolf gives a very pitiful yelp, and it dies.
Nice. And
We're
we're
setting very high
Right in-
standards for combat now.
Right into that vicious mocked. There's I have to look around later. There's guys that are showing up.
We'll then move my remaining 20 feet back to there so I don't get swarmed. Hopefully.
Hopefully. Alright, Peregrine. Falcon.
Oh, Snapple. Need to see the range of this real quick. Oh, 120 feet.
2 million feet.
Just sitting on his horse, he's not even going to move it. He's just going to firebolt that wolf over there on the left.
Alright. Fire away. Hit. Aww. For 3. You singe some of its fur, and it growls quite angrily at you. Anything else for your turn?
No, he doesn't think these are going to require a whole lot of effort, so he's just going to sit there on his horse this whole time.
Alright.
For now.
Okay, cool. Just making sure I do their tactics right. And this boy can move all of 40 feet.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, so he can rush up. And it's going to attack your horse. What's the riding horse AC?
10, I believe.
Can?
Yes, 10.
So it's going to go for the haunches. And miss. Because that's just how I'm rolling today. So it tries to bite at your horse, and the horse kind of like does the thing where it rears up right as it's snapping at one of its front legs. The runty black wolf kind of makes whimpering sounds and hangs back on the other side of the tree while the girl is like, "You better stay down there, you little shit!" And she's gonna throw a rock at this one. She doesn't get any bonuses, so it's just a nat 20. It's an 11, so she hits, and it's a improvise, so I think it doesn't do a whole lot, but boink.
1d4.
She pings it for 1. And she's like, "Got him!" Orla?
Yeah, I have some space. I want to run on up to this guy.
Ride up? Or dismount?
Yeah, ride up. No, I'm riding up. And then I want to try and jam my fucking javelin into it.
Gotta ride on these fools.
Oh, I gotta roll for it, don't I?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Great.
Ooh, nasty.
Wow. Yeah, you go ahead and chuck it.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, it gives a pained wail as it gets just skewered into the grass.
Also, question:
Uh-huh.
do you have to be angry to rage?
No, you can choose to rage at any point. You just
Okay.
say, "I would
Well, I
like
just
to
didn't
rage."
know, like, yeah, I didn't know if like, because I know some like there's one podcast that I listen to where like he only does it if his character is angry.
Oh,
So I didn't know
no.
if that was something that's like.
that is for
That's
you to
character
determine.
choice.
Yeah,
It's
that's
my flavor. Yeah.
you choose how you want to manifest your rage.
And
Okay,
some people can
cool.
have a happy rage.
Yeah.
But it's
You
basically
got
your
blood
battle
on my
defense.
shirt.
Cool. Well, I wasn't planning on using it anyways right now.
Yeah, rage is kind of a bad
Mhm.
connotative way
Yeah,
to describe it.
yeah.
It makes you furious.
But it's basically a battle cry.
Yep. A battle trance. Any movement?
Oh wait, I do have to. I did run up there, so I gotta move my person.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm not in selection mode.
Get yourself down 40 feet.
Or wait, I think that's 40 feet technically.
Yeah.
Riding horses are 60.
No.
Unless
Oh
it's
yeah, no.
small,
But she
I'm
said
not
she
really
wanted
sure.
to move 40.
Okay.
Let me see. Hold on.
You could get a little closer if you really wanted.
I could, but also I could run up at the same time on my next turn. But
If it makes it to a next turn.
yeah, I'm gonna stay here.
I probably could have added more wolves, but it's level 1. Let you guys feel like big damn heroes.
Yeah,
Mm.
a throw of the dice can literally kill any one of us, so.
Alright, this wolf is gonna crit Marvel and kill him. No, this one's going
Marvel?
Yes.
Marv Grell. This one's gonna ride up on Orla. Captain Marvel. That is an 11. No, sorry, that's not an 11. That's a 13 to hit. No, sorry, that's still a lie. That's a 15 to hit. These things have a +4.
Do we use mine or do I use my horses?
It's biting at your horse.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so this is.
It'd be a hit for me too, but.
All right. Your horse is going to take 7 damage, and then I need roll me a d20 for your riding horse's strength saving throw.
It said 7. I need to make a sheet for my horse. You said a d20?
Yes.
Rin can probably just give you permission for a riding horse.
You don't have a riding horse. You have
War
war
horses
horse.
are AC 11.
AC 11.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's not much better.
I
Yeah,
know.
they do have 6 extra HP though.
A whole 6.
Oh, a whole
Yeah.
6.
That whole 6 could make or break this.
10. And then
Can we
saving
wait
throw
until-
is. Do they have the saving throw stats?
I will have that for you here in a
plus
moment.
Four.
Wait
Ford.
until Ren gyps you out of a really good horse.
Is it strength?
Yeah, it's a strength saving throw.
Yeah.
+4.
Yeah,
Ooh.
plus
Plus
4.
4.
Alright.
That's a
What did you
14.
roll? 10, 14? They're fine. They don't get knocked prone, which means you don't fall off the horse.
Woohoo! However, if this thing lasts until my next turn, I will be raging.
You hurt my
Your horse
I'm
can
going
actually-
to rage. Yeah, your war horse rages. Oh wow, it doesn't have a whole lot of HP though.
The
I'll
other
think-
difference is war horses can do a trampling charge rather
Yes,
than
I
just,
can.
move.
So that one runs up and bites. Freya can ride in. She's gonna come in and she's gonna set up the flank. And she gets 1 choppy and a 2 choppy. Chop chop. She kills the wolf. Lily,
I get a turn?
there's a wolf that's still up here.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 55, 60. I'm gonna go right up against the trunk of the tree.
You come clopping in with your giant horse, barreling in, blade ready. And you see
This
it make
one's a
sad
cowering
puppy
one,
eyes at
right?
you. Yes.
Oh, okay. In that case, I would like to take out some dried meat. And I'm just going to toss it on the ground because I don't think it's a threat.
Please make me a handle animal roll.
Yeah! 14.
$14 is exactly what you needed. You toss down the dried meat, and the wolf's eyes go wide, and it immediately stops cowering. It rushes over to start eating the meat, and Lily, you see the distinctive wag of a tail.
Kill it.
Well, I can't now.
Or can you?
Destroy the giant.
Hit it from afar. Snipe. Anything else on your turn?
No, I'll just say easy now.
And it scarfs down the scraps of meat, and then it starts to walk very carefully towards you. Lorene, if it is the top of the round, does anybody wish to continue combat?
Did Lillian say anything about taming said beast before it was my turn?
No.
Then I will turn.
I was
You
gonna
did
say
just see what I
you
did.
can, yeah, like you can see what she did. It's within your line of sight. So you saw her take out some meat, and it's eating, and it's not attacking her, and she didn't attack it. It's within view of everyone. There doesn't need to be any miscommunication for it.
Okay.
So it is just a choice of out of character, really. Does anybody?
Yeah,
wish to
I'm just going to move up a little bit so I'm in range. I'm going to kind of reach what looks into my shadow, but it's just like a shadowy area. I'm going to pull out a short bow. I'm going to ready an arrow to shoot it if it attacks.
Ready action, shoot it if it attacks. Alright. Just again, is anybody continuing combat?
There's still a wolf, yes.
Orla is continuing combat. Okay. Magma, anything on your turn?
I won't take an aggressive action, but Magvo will move up to there, just beneath the woman. Alright, looks like things are under control.
Help her down.
I think you might be free to jump down, dear.
Alright. Yep. Peregrine, anything for you?
He'll probably move up to see if there's anything else going on. That wolf's not doing anything now. The other ones are dead, so he'll just be like, "Is everything okay?"
I think I got it under control.
There are 3 very dead wolves around.
I'm going to cast catapult on the one wolf corpse to throw it into the other one.
To launch the wolf's dead parent into it. So the wolf steps closer to Lily. It does the thing where it like sits, and then you see its tail just flopping. Just
I love it.
Mhm.
Alright.
and then it goes.
I dismount and I'm gonna pet it.
Well, it's not your turn yet.
Okay.
The girl.
Oh no, it's attacking.
Yeah, it's attacking with its tail. It's making a tail attack.
I think Lorraine can tell the difference between a tail wag and an attack.
That's the somatic components for a spell!
Is the magic wolf the whole time?
Aren't all wolves magical?
All wolves are magical. The power of love. Okay, so the girl who's been trapped up on the tree at behest of Magvel, she hops down and she leaps into his arms. This girl is probably no older than 13 or 14, but she lands with grace. Her rainbow scarf catches the breeze as she goes, and she's just like, "Wow, you're a tall drink of green, aren't you?"
Something like that. Now let's see about making you that coat.
Oh, yeah, thanks. You can put me down, though.
Yeah, he puts her down.
Alright. And Orla!
I'm gonna ride over to the. Well, first I'm gonna take out my rope. I don't know if this would require having continued combat, but I wanted to take out my rope and make a little like, not lasso, but you know the thing like when they take the rope when like you get when you're trying to get like a stray dog, and then when you yank it, it like,
A choke chain kind of
tightens.
Mm.
Yeah, I want to ride up like kind of around this dog, and not dog, the wolf. Yes, because I view it as a dog now. I'm gonna ride up and try and go from behind and wrap the rope around its neck and then tighten it so that I at least have some control over it.
Animal roll. With advantage because Lily has given it meat. Thank goodness for the advantage.
I know.
It doesn't react negatively or snap at you as you come around and you get this makeshift leash put around its neck to keep it under control. It's not fighting or showing any aggression towards the group of you anymore. And it's at this point that I will say that combat is concluded because Kay has decided not to murder the tamed wolf.
Yes.
In front of Shay, no less. And so, yeah, everything kind of calms down. And with that, the girl is back on her feet. She dusts her dirty little dress off a bit, and she says, thank you all for saving me when you did. I was up here trying to raise money, and the wolves caught sight of me, and she brings her fingers together and she lets out a sharp whistle, and then there's the sound of like the clink of a bell, and then a lazy-looking mule starts sauntering its way up the hill towards where you all are.
You were trying to raise money in the woods.
I like to ask the pilgrims coming through if they were willing to donate any coins. It's much easier to ask the travelers than to beg in the city.
Oh.
You know that
No.
raising money doesn't mean making it higher, right,
Sorry?
darling? Raising money doesn't mean making it higher, darling.
Well, the wolves kind of saw to that. But if you all are feeling at least a little bit generous, and she holds up a like alms box.
Oh,
jiggles it around.
absolutely, of course. I take out the gold and I give it to her, like, without a second thought.
Was already said no. The moment she mentioned that she was raising money, she went no.
No. And then you're like, no. And then Lily already has a gold piece, and she looks at the gold piece, and her eyes go wide, and she says, I haven't made more than a couple copper in the last 6 months, and you're giving me a gold.
Uh-huh. Should I not?
And,
Is it too much?
She looks very happy, and she says, hold on. And she takes out like a little knife and then stabs Orla. No.
Okay.
She takes out a little knife, and she cuts off a piece of her rainbow scarf, and she holds it up to you. I don't have anything to thank you, but this is going to help me become a famous scholar. I plan to travel to Candlekeep and study and become famous.
A scholar?
I needed the money for education, and yes.
What is your name, darling?
My eyes go wide
I'm
and I start
Grace.
to cry again. And I take out 4 more gold and I give it to her.
And she cries with you.
No, Lillian.
But she introduces herself as Grace, and her mule is named Lonky. And she says,
Wonky?
I call him Lonky. Lonky the donkey. And Lonky is missing its left eye and right ear. Why would they tell me this? I feel bad for this donkey.
Lonky the donkey is a battle donkey.
Lonky
You
the
know what?
donkey is a
The
battle
most
donkey.
beautiful
It's a veteran.
things are missing something.
Yep. But she gets onto the donkey, and is anybody else donating to this girl?
Fuck no.
Yeah, Magpel will tolerate it.
I love how half the party is genuine bleeding hearts, the other is just fuck no.
How much do you need to make your journey to Candlekeep?
I am not asking for an amount. Anything will do.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah. Like,
Do I have
she implied
quote unquote relations in Candlekeep?
Do you have quote unquote relations in Candlekeep? Candlekeep is not far from Baldur's Gate.
So probably.
I would say probably.
Okay, then yeah.
Consider what you need to do to get in.
Then I will give her my quote unquote relations in Candlekeep.
So you provide a name for jeez, I could probably pull up. Ooh, I know who. Let me find the Candlekeep section because there are a couple names, and I'm trying to remember the name of the person you guys completely brushed off last time.
Everybody?
It was pretty much everybody, but
Well, Kelsey was there too. So.
Savius Krieg. Yeah, do you want her to be fucking Kelsey? That could happen.
What about that otter guy?
The otter guy
Wasn't he in Candlekeep?
No, he lived out at sea.
I mean, he was real adorable.
He was real adorable, though.
He was. I liked him.
Candlekeep, there we go. So there is the hearth. 30 people live in here. What's their name? What's their name? Ah, there we go. You have a working relationship with an ogre by the name of Little One, and Little One is a talker. You know that they basically had gotten a headband of intellect stuck on their head, and so because of that, they've grown smart enough to be able to appreciate reading and things like that, and so he stays in Candlekeep because it's the only place that will tolerate his presence.
Good on him.
Being an ogre, but he also enjoys like the reading and stuff, and yeah, he's probably read a few books that help his technique and his size. You probably brought the books because the first time was probably very sloppy. In more ways than one.
Don't be confused by his name. He is not very little.
I don't even know what that means.
He's an ogre, my dear.
Oh, neat. I've only read about ogres. How does he end up in Candlekeep? Weird. I'll have to find out. But she is still like joy crying at the amount of gold you all are handing over to her. Rhea also takes out just she doesn't hand over a gold, but she basically puts out some silver because she's a working girl and not an adventurer. So a gold is like a year's salary for her. But she gives over a couple silver and is like, I can't match them, but here's what I can offer. So with that, she mounts Lonky the donkey and has given Lily a piece of rainbow scarf, and she waves goodbye to you all and says, I'll never forget you or your kindness.
Be safe, and if you need help, just call for us.
Of course. And she rides, making her way back to Elturel.
Of course, people whose names I did not get.
She very much
Grace.
knows Lily's name. And no, she doesn't know Lorraine's. Oh, no, she does know Lorraine's because Lorraine was telling her about people from Candlekeep. She, of course, knows all of the generous people, and she's like, Peregrine who? Or the what?
I'm gonna kneel down to this wolf and pat him.
And then we all look at the wolf. It is a black wolf. It is quite it's small and quite underfed.
Right, mission. I wasn't really expecting this.
Lillian, dear, you have about 8 minutes left on that inspiration. I suggest you don't waste it.
Right.
Would you like to do one final attempt to blood bond it to you forever?
Sure.
That may be a thing. Who knows?
I can. Hold on. Yes. Orla would speak up and say, I'll let it off the leash if you put it in the, if you, throw some meat into the woods so that it runs away from us.
I think it's leaving.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna come back.
You can always keep it as a pet. Pets are good, apparently, I hear.
If no one else wants it, I could take it back to my young bloke. He might appreciate it.
Not going to risk it hurting my horse.
But he needs a name. Are you a boy? Is he a boy?
Do you want to check?
It should be fairly easy to tell, but yes.
Roll me a d100. It's a boy.
It's a boy.
Hey.
Wolf, what are your pronouns?
Explosion that causes giant wildfires.
Did you just blow up the wolf?
No, I was making an "it's a boy" joke from the gender reveal party.
Just to reveal grenades. It's a boy.
The massive explosion miles away. It's a boy.
I have a question. Could I ritually cast Identify while sitting up on my horse?
Sure. What are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if anybody. I'm gonna move to where I'm centrally located because that's me, and see if anybody has any kind of magical items whatsoever. It'll take about 11 minutes.
Yeah.
That'll technically detect magic, but
yeah, Identify would tell you what the properties are, but same difference.
I have both detect magic, Identify, whichever.
Same difference. Nobody has any magic. You kind of look at the string of rainbow cloth that she had cut for you and for Magvel as well as Lily. Those are not magical. The roses are not magical. Your horses are not magical. The wolf is not magical.
Okay.
Can the wolf be magical?
The what?
Can the wolf be magical?
The wolf could be
The
magical.
wolf is not magical.
But the wolf is not
Correct.
magic, no.
Alright, I'll
If you guys want, since Dido's about to be right back as well, we are over our break. We can take it now.
Dokily dokily.
Okay.
And we'll get to the next part after that.
Sure.
So, stick a pin in that, and we'll come back to it.
Alrighty.
Everybody get up and stretch. We'll be back shortly.
Yeah.
Yeah, dab. I badly dabbed. That's how old I am.
Sorry. So, question: are our mics muted? Like on stream?
Not everybody's, but I can mute them. You need me to mute?
Oh, I was just gonna say something, but if we're not muted, that's fine.
No, I can do it real quick. Everything is silent.
And partially the same reason that Teliasthog was the son of Thog.
Thog, son of Thog.
Yeah, I was so bummed out. If we ever got to Strahd, like in the final fight, it was going to shout, Teliasthog, son of Thog.
Oh, great, another mouth to feed. It makes perfect sense that the prostitute bard will eventually be a rogue.
It does.
There are other things I'm looking forward to.
Dragging old Perry.
But I will not.
With a
If Lily wants Rhea again, I will not steal her. I was not expecting that interaction with Rhea. So, Shay, if you want her, you can have her. I can't hear you.
Just kidding. Let the orc take her.
I can hear you.
I can't hear Shay.
I can hear her.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, what is she saying? Because I can't hear her.
She'll figure it out.
I have her muted. I have her muted because the other night I was hearing feedback. That's why I couldn't hear. I had her muted. That was kind of how it ended the first time. It was kind of, it just happened, and you were just kind of like, yeah, sure, why not? Rhea is also, again, too naive for my character. Lily was really just saving herself for Val, and Rhea just came along and was like, practice, sure. Long term, yeah. Lillian was a commitment, and Val was not looking for a commitment at all. But they were like besties. And then she got Shane's character into a lot of trouble.
Yeah, you know, the soul
Like an
sucking
all... Yeah, the soul-sucking kind. And Val was not a prostitute. She was just in it for the fun. Yeah. Frost, what are you playing? Like, what is your guy is an artificer who is an asshole like Lorraine.
He's in it to make all kinds of money and notoriety.
We got a cleric, a paladin, and a barbarian. Wow. Fun times.
At least he's lawful evil, so he's not going to fucking get himself outed and beaten on a regular basis.
The trait I chose, the what's it called? Let me see, hold on.
I don't think Lorraine is evil, per se.
The ideal I chose was technically the one that has evil next to it, but
I just chose aspiration. I work hard to be the best there is at my craft.
Lorraine. I think I'm gonna get her. I gotta get used to that name, Lorraine.
Just like
because even I said her name wrong a couple of times.
It's like Joaquin if it was a bunch of L's instead.
Yeah.
Now that I'm like playing this game, this module, I'm like eventually I want to play my Rakdos cult monk because they're obsessed with demons and they're like very happy. They're like, holy shit! Wait, I can actually meet a demon.
You would meet devils, but yes, you could eventually also meet a demon.
Yeah, devils don't like demons.
We got the
gotta go back to Mutant Shay.
Yeah.
I'm hearing double.
Oh, sorry. I
She unmuted because I couldn't hear her.
No, that was my fault because I'm on push to talk and it didn't register in my mind because Rin said, "All right, we're unmuted," and I'm like, "Okay, I got it. I won't do the push to. I won't do the thing," and then I did the thing. Like, oh right.
In her defense, I did say I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Oh, that's right. I have you muted.
No, this was when we came back and I clarified. I was like, I'm switching it back. You got it? And she's like, yep. And I was like, okay.
I do that.
Yeah, it's fine. No harm done. It just I don't have to hear a double speak.
I was saying that Rhea is still too naive and too much of a child for this character too.
Yeah. I mean, you say that, but
I mean, if she has money,
she doesn't have money. She works for a living.
Then she's screwed.
I mean, isn't that the point?
Figuratively, not literally.
I was like, isn't that the point? All right, so we are back in black.
Funny thing,
Mm-hmm.
my mom got a new dog and named it Gideon.
Gideon Revenar, perhaps?
That's an old man name.
That's why she made
It's also a very evil name.
It's a religious name.
See, I only think of Gideon. I think of Gideon from
when I hear
Criminal
Gideon,
Minds.
Yeah, when I hear Gideon, I think of Gideon's trumpet.
Mm-hmm.
When I hear Gideon, I think of black guy with dreadlocks, or the guy who was supposed to be good from Charmed, but turned out to be like the big bad evil guy.
Oh no.
Yeah, Psyker in a force chair for me.
All right, so back to the game. We are on the third chapter of this opening adventure. So the Eldergard Woods encompass several square miles of terrain north of Elturel. The canopy of these woods are dense, and the entirety of the woods is dimly lit from the companion above Elturgard. Everybody can make me a history check if you are from the area, which would be the Elturgard proper. Baldur's Gate would be too far. Bard, you may make a history check with advantage because this is folk tales and your lore of yore.
15. Pretty good considering I suck at history.
Would I be making advantage too?
No, you are not a bard.
Oh,
you
I
can
thought you
make
said
the
if you're
check.
from.
No, you can make the check if you're from here.
Ah!
She's a Hell Rider, right?
Yeah.
She would be from Elturel.
Yeah, I am from. But yeah, I just didn't know if that would be with advantage.
Okay.
Because I thought
Um,
he was telling. I thought he was telling everyone. To
No,
make
no,
a
I was just
history
giving.
check.
I'm giving the bard advantage because it's their job to know stories.
Cool.
All right. So, with that history check, the two of you know. Orla knowing from living in the area, and Lorene from having heard traveling stories and being their job to tell stories. There is a tale that a long time ago an evil druid conclave had used these woods to conduct gruesome rituals of human sacrifice. Dun, 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 dun.
Did you know that a druid conclave used to use these woods for a human sacrifice?
Yes.
Yes.
I did not know that. That is awful.
Are you sure? It's a tale as old as time.
Songs as old
True as
time.
it can be.
I feel like I already know the answer, but does anybody have proficiency in nature?
Fuck no.
No.
Awkward silence from the artificer and the paladin.
Hey, my artificer is proficient in nature.
I am not proficient in nature, no.
Okay. I'm gonna forego this check then because you would have no way of knowing it.
Could survival be substituted?
No.
Dang.
It would not. Are you trained in survival?
I sure am.
Then I will use you for something later.
Oh dear.
You all arrive at a small natural path that leads deeper into the woods. It's obvious that the path has been recently traveled. There are several broken branches, and the grass leading to the woods is disturbed. Oh my god, I can't speak suddenly. Is disturbed, as if someone walked over it. Rhea asks if any of you are proficient trackers, and she suggests that stealth and tracking prey are her weak suits, but she really wants to catch the Cult of the Dragon off guard, which is why she's open to anybody who might be able to help you all navigate through the woods. But
As you can tell, I can be a little quiet. Not so much on the tracking, though.
I have a slight knowledge of following enemies, but this heavy armor leaves me in a woeful position when I'm trying to be quiet, and I'm loath to go without it when hunting enemies.
Alright, so we'll avoid the stealth, but maybe finding a way through the woods can give us an advantage.
They are, my god's sworn enemy. Perhaps there's some way I can assist with any knowledge I can give them? Maybe.
Certainly.
Awesome. I will assist.
Oh, no, you can't assist in the survival check.
Okay.
That's
You know,
not what you're
since we're gonna forego my little bit of stealth,
Unless you want to slip off into the shadows and get some hefty pot shots off.
So
Well,
I can
make the
I
main
can slip
distraction.
into the shadows. I'm gonna give him a bardic inspiration to help him with his survival check.
Sweet, yeah. So what we're gonna do? Roll me a survival, please, Magvel, and we'll determine how.
I don't even think a d6 will help that.
Roll it anyways, because it could help.
I can get a 6, I guess.
You get a 5 or a 6.
Yes.
Shit. Okay. No, that's
Guidance, please.
that's like the worst you could do. Okay.
You're the cleric.
Yeah, hold on. You're a cleric. You would have enough insight to be able to do something to help you out as well. Cleric.
He didn't take guidance.
He didn't take guidance.
Am I right? You didn't take guidance?
The Mataji, Light, and Word of Radiance.
Oh, you are the worst.
Why?
As said, I made a really shit cleric.
Alright. Why did you make a cleric then?
Because I didn't want to make a fighter because that was a bit too on the nose.
Oh, no,
I just want to say that people give cleric shit that you should never take guidance.
Oh my
Always take guidance.
Always take guidance.
Always.
Okay, so what that means is you don't find one of these cool things that could happen if you had rolled really well. So you can continue on the path, or and basically the or is not like saying that it's a punishment, but you can either continue along this path to go straight in, going just directly to them. You won't have the element of surprise or anything like that. This is literally just, we just keep walking this way until we find them. Or you can have Magvel pick a direction off the trail that could lead you to a random location that's rolled. Basically, if he had rolled well, I would have shown you some routes that you could take that would give you advantage. Wandering doesn't necessarily have a bad thing on it, and the disadvantage of just taking the straight path is that you don't have time to set up an ambush or anything. So those are your two options: wandering and ending up in a random location where something can happen, and you'll see where that goes, or you just go straight on into where they could be.
And
Say we go straight.
Do we know where the path will lead us in the end? Will lead us to like Baldur's Gate or Candlekeep or?
You're not taking the path into a location. You're taking the path.
It's like a hiking trail.
Yeah, you're taking this trail into the woods towards what you suspect is where the Cult of the Dragon is holed up. If you pick a random direction in the woods, there are locations on this map that I have where you have a chance of ending up, instead of just going straight into the middle of the map and where combat is expected to be. The locations may have something else if you end up on them.
In character, Magvel will be like, now, my instincts as a soldier really makes me suggest that these obvious tracks they're far too obvious. They want us to go in that direction, but up until this entire point, I have not found the slightest inclination of people wandering off in a side direction. So it's up to you. Do we walk to what may well be the enemy camp, or possibly walk straight into the ambush, or do we just walk in a direction? I'm putting it up to you guys. I do apologize.
DM.
Yes.
Am I able to make a perception check, maybe to catch a hint of another possible route to allow them to make another survival check? Okay.
Nope. Because survival is doing exactly what you wanted to do, and he already rolled that. What are you rolling, Laureen?
Oh, sorry. I just read my thing, and I have cunning intuition that allows me to roll a d4. I was just testing it to see if it would actually roll the d4. But the first time I rolled the wrong thing.
Uh-huh.
I think any
Okay.
advantage we can get would be beneficial.
I personally think that we should go just straight ahead, and if you're strong enough, then you know it's easy to fight them off, especially if you know that we're going straight there.
You know, it's easier to ride your horse if you're looking straight forward and not spinning in circles all the time.
It is, yes.
Oh yeah, you probably want to dismount here, but it's not a huge deal.
We'll secure the horses and
Yeah, it doesn't say
figure
you,
it out.
It doesn't say you need to be, but usually when you go through wooded areas, you'll want to be on horseback.
I don't mind trying another route and maybe getting an advantage from them. But that's just my opinion. And the Cults of the Dragon are very, very bad people.
If we were in the city, I might be able to help a little bit more, but out here in the woods, not the best suited.
I say we give the go around once, and if we can't find a better plan of attack, we just go straight in.
Assuming we can find our way back here.
I don't think we should take the road most traveled. From what I know of ruffians and thugs, they're not likely to take a main road.
They're not just ruffians and thugs. They're
cultists.
Which is the worst part of ruffians and thugs.
Thus, much more dangerous. Which leads credence to my theory that these main tracks are but a diversion. It's what I would do if I were being hunted by a superior foe.
Well, you got that right.
Yes, that is a compliment.
You're being too cute, you need to stop.
Sorry, that amused me.
With your cute little pony.
Alright, so what's the decision, y'all? Are you going straight ahead, or are we going to try a location?
Pick a random direction. Be adventurous.
Dido's vote is to be adventurous. Anybody else?
Sure.
The rule of left.
If you know a way for us to get back here if we're leaving our horses, then I'm okay with it. But I'm not leaving Roger.
Roger. You'll find your way back
To-
eventually, I'm sure.
Would you like me to leave Grammar to guard the horses?
Yes, please.
Do you want to do that, Grammar? Do you want to protect the horses?
Wags its tail at you.
I love you.
Wait, is that the dog?
Yes.
I'm not leaving my horse alone with the dog.
It's just a little dog.
The little dog with the little
Rhea
horse.
kind of looks at both of you and is like, that's a wolf.
But he's so cute.
No, I think we should. If we're leaving them alone, I'm tying it to the tree.
Just leave enough food for it and it won't cause any problems. It won't try and eat your horse if it's already full.
Plus, your horse is armored. It'll chew through the rest of them before yours.
That is a valid.
Natural predators tend to go for those that are less protected. And I count 1, 2, at least 3, 4. I don't. What kind of horse does Rhea ride? A war horse, or was she riding a regular?
Rhea and Orla both had war horses, being hell riders. Everybody else was given war horses.
Yeah, there's no fucking chance that a singular wolf could win out on any of these horses unless it gets a crit before it gets fucking trampled to death.
That's assuming that he actually stays. Stay. And I back up.
It's not trained at all. It walks forward.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Rhea
I still
sighs.
suggest tying it to a tree.
It's still a wild animal.
I would go along with the person who's familiar with horses.
I'm sorry, Rhea. What were you saying?
I was trying to say that it's still a wild animal. You need to treat it as such.
How do I do that?
He gestures to Orla's suggestion of tying it to the tree.
Oh.
It's not trained to stay or be obedient. You haven't taught it anything yet.
But you know, wild animals tend to get more feral when you tie them up.
I mean, that's not true of horses. You have to break them first and then...
I was referring to the wolf on the leash.
Alright, I'm gonna take out some meat. I'm gonna say, sit. Sit, and I want to try and give him just a quick lesson. Stay.
Please give me a handle animal.
Can I use my inspiration for this?
Yes. 15. Okay.
Just making sure.
You go through the motions of the like sit. You push its butt down so that it sits, and then you reward it with a bit of meat, and then you say sit, and you push its butt down so that it's getting the motions and understanding the reward tied to listening to you. And so after a while, you tell it to sit, and it sits on its own, and then it looks up expectantly, and you give it more food. And then Orla slips the rope around the tree trunk and ties it in place.
Good boy. We'll be right back. We're gonna kill some bad
It
guys.
starts to move forward, and then feels the rope tighten, and it makes a sad sound.
You do this to me.
Just bring the damn dog with us and let's go already.
Should I look to Rhea. Is it a good idea to bring the dog?
It's your wolf.
This is boring.
Okay.
I'm making sure that my horse is okay and, brushing its hair and
Everybody
making sure its armor's all settled.
Everybody secures their horses. Is the wolf coming? Yes or no?
I will take him along.
You take the wolf along. Okay. Let me account for wolf.
I give Roger a little kiss as well. And then I
My
leave.
favorite hunter pet, Wolf. He is the successor of Wolfie number 2 through 17.
Wolves had ferocity, which gave you a hefty crit bonus, if I remember correctly.
I need to look at Hunter now.
Hunter?
Alright, Mag, looks like we're following your lead.
Hunter? Wolf Hunter? Let me make Wolf. Oh, no, we can just keep Wolf here. Okay. Can be controlled by shape. In stream mode. In player journals. Wolf. There is Wolf.
Best case scenario, you sick the wolf on them when we find them.
Wolf should be viewable.
Yeah.
You should be able to also edit it and give it wolf name.
All
There
right.
is wolf. Alright, so following Magvel's directions, you all start to head into the woods. Everybody, please give me stealth rolls.
Do we still have the bless thing?
Everybody has advantage on saving throws.
Yes, everything's coming up Millhouse with this non-dex party.
No, I am dexterous. That's the thing.
I know.
I have a +5 to stealth.
So what's that, 2.5 nat ones?
The
Good old
wolf is
stealthy
The wolf will hide behind the wolf. It's brilliant.
Alright, so just remember.
Now the wolf has sneak attack, doesn't it?
Just remember, certain armors give you the disadvantage as well.
Yeah, so I'd imagine me plus or minus Lily.
Oh, Lily definitely. Rhea's
Well,
gonna-
you rolled a nat 1, so
Rhea's gonna have disadvantage.
Kudos.
So let's see here. It's gonna be a dexterity. 7. Fantastic. I don't have anything else to roll for that. Okay, so you all try to be stealthy, but it's not very good. And as you come out of the woods, I need to make another roll here. Make sure I'm doing clang, clang, clang. Ah, fuck! Whose idea was it to go in this forest? Yeah, it checks out. Oh, you know what?
Did he fuck up Wolf twice?
See, I thought you were trying to say world.
No, I meant wolf, but I broke a nail today, so like it's not pressing right on the buttons. But you know, whatever.
Yeah, it seems-
Excuses.
All right.
Broken out today, too.
So I have to make perception rolls.
That's not gonna be hard.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. Checks
Can
out.
I preemptively argue that going into enemy territory, Magvel would have his Warhammer out instead of his maul, and thus his shield?
Yeah, you actually that is perfectly viable because you all know that you are going into these woods to kill Cult of the Dragon members.
Yeah,
Cool.
Lorraine would
Thank
have her short bow out.
Yeah, no, you all are armed and ready for this.
Mhm.
Nobody's gonna
Armed
be
and dangerous.
nobody's gonna be caught off guard on your end. So make sure I get this information correct. They have disadvantage because they are distracted. Okay. As you start making your way through the woods, you start hearing up ahead the screams of two different sets of voices, and they are just like, fuck yes! This is the best! I love killing innocent people. They died so well. I can't believe how pathetic these people were. Praise, Bane, and the glory of murder. And as you all
I do
step
an insight
out,
check.
no, you don't need to insight this. It's very obvious what is going on. As you all step out rather unstealthily into the woods, these people rolled a 1 and a 7 on their disadvantaged perception checks because they are caught up in the high of murdering people. You come across a pair of dark armored figures that have shields on with a black handprint on the face of the shields. They are currently busy holding what Lily immediately recognizes as dragon cultists. These two individuals have a pair of cultists face down in this running stream, and they have been holding them down. It's very apparent that these people have long since drowned, but they are just taking pleasure in just lifting and dunking these purple-faced individuals in and out of the water as they are just giving praise to Bane for the wonderful murder that they are able to commit
Those
right
are my
now.
enemies. How dare?
Yep. And so, hold on. Is the 7 plus anything enough to see one of you? It makes it an 8. They would notice Lily stepping out of the path. I'll just say that 2, 3, 3 failures beats the 4 failures because I have to count Rhea too. So more failures than successes. As you all
Technically, a percentage basis, they have a higher percentage of failure than we do.
they have a 50%.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, fair.
It's like it's
They notice
50%
us.
to whatever your 2 out of 6 is.
Would you like me to make it easy for you?
No, I already know that they have a higher chance. One of them turns and looks and says, "Look, sister, more sacrifices for the glory of our Lord. And the one drops this cultist back into the water and turns and says, "Welcome, fools. Step forward and give yourself to the mighty fist of Bane." Everybody is going to roll initiative. You can still get your line in, but we are going into combat.
Okay.
I wanted to do a line too. I'll let Lily go first.
I'm gonna be like, foul murderers! How dare you defeat my enemies?
How dare you defeat my enemies?
I'm gonna make it look as natural as possible for both of like my
You need to roll for wolf too.
Oh, right.
for both of my the shoulders of my camisole to kind of go down. You know what goes good with a bloodbath? They kind of like show a little bit more skin, even though it's see-through.
They seem completely unfazed, although the one on the left definitely has a murder boner. It's the burnt boner he gets from murder.
Death and sex.
They do not.
We're here to very much kink shame you.
What? There's no kink shaming here.
There is no shame in the kinks.
That murder boner guy is. He's getting shamed.
Guys, why are we rolling so well today?
First session.
Yeah, Lily, why did you roll that 4?
Hey.
Yeah, Paragon. Oh, wait, that's me.
All right.
Yeah, all of us. Why'd you roll so well on that stealth check?
Wolfie gets to go first.
Yeah, Wolfie is a good boy and is going to stay. Is he still hidden? Or not really?
No, none of you are hidden.
Alright, yeah, he's gonna go hide for this round.
Okay.
He could provide a valuable flank.
You could. Okay. The like shadow meld sound, whom, and then it goes stealthed. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Lorraine. Oh, I need to roll for Rhea because this is just part of the course of this game.
Which is good because I was about to talk to Rhea.
Aha!
Hey.
Technically, Rhea would go first. So
That's fine.
did you want to say something to her before I send her?
I was just going to give her inspiration.
Oh, okay. Well, she's got to go first.
Yeah, that's fine.
She goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 because she's not on horseback anymore. Actually, she's going to look to Orla and say, you know what to do, and then goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Damn it, I still can't get her. 10, 15, 20, 30. No, I can't get her to flank with you. Although,
I also
technically,
only have 25
you only have 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
because I'm a little one.
Yeah, I can't get... She wouldn't be able to flank with you then.
Not this round, no.
Not this round. But she can set it up. She's going to be here. The dead cultists obviously aren't occupying space, but that is a stream, so if you're going to cut through it, keep that in mind that it will take up 10 spaces for just the one spot that it occupies. Just treat it as like a one square. If it overlaps, it's not going to be 20 in like here. It'll just be one square of movement being 10. Anyways, so Rhea goes up there and she has her long sword in hand and she makes 2 attacks. 21 for 5. 13 is going to be a miss. Oh, yes. So she lands one good hit on them, and then the Bane cultist brings their shield up and they block it. Lorraine, you're up.
So, seeing that the person I was gonna give inspiration to already went, since you guys put my uses next to Squalor, I pull out my short bow, which are a bunch of red and yellow gems, and I'm gonna shoot it at that guy.
Hey, I put your inspiration to very good use.
17.
17.
A 17 will not hit. She brings her shield up, and the arrow flaps right into the black handprint. And she says, "Bane catches all heathens' arrows."
Who's next?
And then she does that cool move where she lifts her mace up and she snaps the haft of the arrow off of her shield. Any movement?
What's his name? Hold on. I'm not going to move, but I do have a bonus action.
Get it.
Magvel, take care of my light work, and I'll give him inspiration, which can be used for an attack roll, a saving throw, ability check, or a damage roll.
You heard her, minion. Get on it.
Were you gonna move?
I am not going to move.
Okay, cool. Hearing this, he kind of just chuckles. He puts his warhammer away and fucking throws his shield away. He'll come back for it later. And then takes out his
you
big
made a
fuck
point
off
of
ball.
telling us you had out?
Yeah, I'll risk it.
Alright.
I'll risk the crit and the flank that I'm about to put myself in. But yeah, he's gonna take out his.
This is gonna be when Magvel dies.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna get hit by a 17. He's gonna move 20 feet up to there. Then he's going to start fucking swinging with advantage with his maul. Oh, for fuck's sake. And then he's gonna use War Priest to swing again. 18?
18 is gonna hit.
Yes.
Roll damage for me.
9 bludgeoning.
Ooh, solid hit.
It's a d6, by the way.
Oh!
The first one.
Yeah, roll.
Inspiration, yeah.
Roll that. Roll them bones.
Fuck!
17 doesn't make it. But the 9 is a solid. The 9 is a solid hit. You knock them forward a little bit, and they look back and they see that they're being flanked, and they say, "Cowardice." Anything else from you?
Superior tactics. Until you do the exact same thing to me, and then it is cowardice, you pussy.
Anything else?
You pussy.
And then I shift to there. Yeah, there. I can't really avoid a flank in any way without also taking an opportunity attack. So
You cannot.
I'm gonna eat shit, guys.
You cannot avoid the flank. So that one does. It's quite disgusted at your tactics, and it says, "It's not cowardice when we suppress the weak." And so they will do an attack. And I will not use my nat 20 on this because they have flank.
Yeah, never mind.
Oh my god! Perfect!
Okay.
And see, that's why I discarded my shield. Because it didn't fucking make a difference.
It didn't fucking matter. Alright. Well, there you go. 2d6 plus 3, so 7 damage as they smack you back. They only get the 1 attack. So, yeah, they clock you back with it. They bring their mace down on you hard. And also, it puts you a lot further away for Orla's short little dwarf legs.
I know. Poor
Orla
Orla.
and Peregrine, I'm really hoping you guys can kill this other one before he fucking murders me.
Actually, you can hit them. You just don't get the flank anymore.
Time to give him the business.
The old business end. But Orla, please give them the business.
It wasn't even the advantage that fucking did me in. It was the fucking natural one too.
I know.
I think seeing that Rhea was trying to do the flank, but then they moved, so I won't get it. And then seeing that the one guy's already damaged, I'm going to run over to this guy.
Okay.
And
Okay.
smack him with my great sword.
If he lives, he can set up double flank by scooting forward one. Swing away. Get him.
Simple push?
24 will
Fucking
hit.
tasty.
Oh my
13.
goodness.
Barbarians.
You can't... Oh, she's not even raging yet, right?
I'm not.
Yeah,
No.
that's just
That's her being polite.
That's
The way
that's,
you-
that's her asking nicely. Yeah, that's a powerful chop, and they try and bring the shield up, and you, it's one of those hits where you put enough force behind it that it, like the shield arm crumples under it, and it bites into their shoulder as you land this hit. Anything else from you?
No, because I used up all my movement. Let me see.
Any bonus actions?
No.
Nah.
I'm trying to check real fast.
Nothing.
Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. I saw something about a history thing, and I was like, wait, I get proficiency with history, but it's only regarding stonework.
Oh. Dwarf. Alright, Peregrine. I think you're done.
Right.
Let me see. Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, the only thing that would be rage, but I'm not doing that right now.
You're containing your anger. Peregrine, please.
I'm not angry.
Which one do
He's
you
going to
take?
move here to get a better line of sight, and let me make sure it's okay. Easy peasy. I need him to make this one to make a dexterity save, DC 14.
Oh, they're so good at those.
Hope your heavy armor enjoys your disadvantage on dex rolls.
Do they get disadvantage on?
This is like anybody in heavy armor has disadvantage on any
It's only
dexterity.
on stealth decks, not
Yeah,
just
no,
deck.
No, not Dex.
I thought it was only
Not-
stealth.
Yeah, not.
It's only stealth.
Oh, well then
Yeah,
fine.
not-
Enjoy your
not-
dexterity.
I was like, that's new.
Yeah, I'd have definitely dropped down to scale mail if that were the case.
Alrighty, what's my DC?
14.
14. All right. Frost, you haven't experienced a Fist of Bane before, but they were the bane of their existence the last time we played because they have a wonderful ability called Tactical Discipline. They roll advantage on all ability checks and saving throws. That is a 17. Just a
Yeah, the
17.
lot-
They don't have any modifier. They just get advantage.
The fight with these guys the first time around was fucking dreadfully painful.
Yeah.
Like,
But they dodge.
we're sitting there with like 30% chance to hits and
What was
fucking
your-
just went nowhere.
What was your
Yeah, so
spell?
yeah, he just goes to cast catapult on a fairly large rock, but it just whizzes by him.
You just eat this thing and just flies past. It's like the one fight in the Revendreth dungeon where the guy just lifts up the statue and eats it at you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just step to the right. Okay, dodged. Alright, anything else?
Nope, that is it.
Okay.
Tried to save you.
Tried to save you. Hey,
It was the
y'all.
other one that had to die.
Also, oh, I see what that's doing. Okay. The other Fist of Bane, who actually gets to take a turn before being horribly murdered, is going to use that advantage as well. And they are going to clock our orc friend over the noodle. I swear to God,
Yeah, 17 plus whatever hits.
19.
Ah, that was your save. Yeah, that hits too.
So it would have been a 24 altogether. So 1d6 plus 3. 6 damage, sir.
And I'm down.
And he goes down. And so they look and they go, praise Bane. And then this
Amusingly, in a fucking pool of water. Exactly the same as last time.
Yep. And then
In a
this one,
fucking flank. With these fuckwits.
it shifts over to
deja.
square up against Orla proper. That's the end of theirs. Lily, you just see your friend go down. got ganged up on by 2 heavily armored cultists and got the piss beat out of them.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, that's not true. They actually landed a solid hit on the one, and then they turned their attention on the threat and dealt with it.
Yeah.
And for the record, I was right to drop my shield because both of those wouldn't have made a difference.
Yeah. No, I just thought it was funny that you made a point to be like, and I have this and this out, and then you're like, I fucking cast these to the side and do this
Yeah,
instead.
I throw it away.
We're in
That's
open
as fast
combat
as I
now.
can
I'm not
go
going to be ambushed. I throw it away.
So I'll charge in, and I will make my attack. Face me, you coward! I actually have my shield,
I have my shield.
Okay.
but not smite, sadly.
Oh, well, nat 20 though.
For 12 damage.
12 damage. You say, face me, coward, and as you make your way around Orla, they turn and they try and bring the shield up. You knock it away and you drive the sword into them, and they just kind of look at you. They grasp the blade of the sword and they sink it in deeper and they just go, praise Bane, and then they die.
And
I hold my
say-
hand up for a high five.
I high five her.
Nice.
Yes.
Grammar! Eat! Garmer! Garm.
Grammar.
Grammar! No, I need to remember to pronounce Garm correctly. Garm.
Garm.
Gearm.
Garm. You have control of the wolf.
Yes, Garm
Garmer.
is also stealthed.
Garmer, the best boy.
Garm, the best boy. And actually, he doesn't need to get do flanking stuff.
Pack tactics.
Yeah, because he got pack tactics.
Got
So
that pack
we'll leave that
tactics.
open to someone. And yeah.
Yeah, 17. Will not hit.
Miss.
Okay.
These are heavily armored foes. That being said, Rhea will take that advantage with the wolf boy. 22 for 4.
Ooh.
Oh, Jesus. This is part of the course for her, too. She always brings
Yeah, it
that
is.
one solid
She was
hit and then fucking misses every other offswing. She lands that hit, but this cultist is still standing. And so, yeah, no, that's her. Lorene,
I have a question.
answer.
If I cast a first level spell as a bonus action, can I still cast a cantrip?
It has to. I think
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I think one of them has
You just
to
can't
be a bonus.
cast 2 spells in the same go.
Yeah.
Which
No,
Two
no.
levels.
Two
Bonus
leveled spells. You can do a bonus action and a spell, but one of them has to be a cantrip. Like the wording on it is weird, but as long as you
Gotcha.
do a bonus,
That's what I
action,
want to know, because I was gonna bonus action healing word, and then cast vicious mockery,
yeah, that's
which
fine.
is a cantrip.
Yeah, that should. I
Okay.
think
And
that's
same as
okay.
like a grave
I
cleric
look
can
over.
cast a spell and then spare the dying.
I'm gonna look over at Paragon. This is what happens when you send a man to do a woman's work. And I will kind of nonchalantly put my hand out and cast Healing Word on dead guy.
Wait, you said you weren't the healer.
I know. Then someone had to go and die. Magvel.
Listen,
I will get these names eventually.
he's not gonna learn if he doesn't make 2 failed death saves.
Ooh, not bad. Not bad at all.
So that's 6 healing. And then I'm gonna viciously mock.
Magvel, because he went down like a pussy!
Yes. I will
6
eventually.
psychic damage. You down
Technically-
again.
The other guy.
All right.
Well,
Roll better than a 1.
you like your taste of death. Do you like the taste of death upon you?
What did I
For
say? I
one.
said roll better than
For
a 1.
one!
All right.
For one!
He's disadvantaged, or he has advantage.
He's like, oh.
That fails.
He's like, no, I don't like it.
He
So he has disadvantage on his next attack.
Yeah, and you're like, do you like the taste of death on yourself? And he's like, what? And that's it. Because I don't know how to account for a 2 and a 3. He's just like, what?
Add it together and it still won't
Yeah.
save.
Listen, it completely invalidates what they're doing instead of completely invalidating Frost's effort to be a badass. Anything else from Lorene?
Nope, that is my action, my bonus action, and my smartass is staying back here.
Magville,
I'm just here for comedic relief and throwing rocks at people.
Magville,
Exactly.
you are no
Verb
longer...
rocks will be thrown.
Until I can make alchemist fire. Then I'll start throwing alchemist fire at people from range.
No, don't do that. That catches carriages on fire and gets you put in prison for arson.
Yeah.
It's okay, we're not in water deep. It's okay. We're in the Wild West right now.
Yeah. Baldur's Gate has a whole different set of laws. They'll just fucking kill you.
Yeah, we're allowed to burn as many nobles as we like.
Magville,
As
you're no
long as they're
longer face down dying in the water.
Yeah, Magvel stands up and, like, cracks his shoulder back in. That was a fucking good hit. Tom lost a mighty warrior in you, and Bane is about to lose another. And in saying that, I'm gonna miss because I don't have flank, and I just said something fucking cool. But
Just said something awesome.
here we
Let's see how
go.
it goes for you.
Fuck!
Oh, if you had the flank though,
Does he
If
actually
someone
say that
wolf
high
would
pitched
move out of the
fuck?
way.
I hope the high pitched fuck was in there.
Fuck.
Hold on.
Yeah, that was in character.
Wait.
Uh,
No. Sorry. I was gonna say Rhea might have moved to set up the flank, but no. Lorene goes after her, so you wouldn't have even been standing. I can't even fudge it to say help you. So that's
It's
a miss.
okay. I just want to
Alright,
imagine
guys.
this big orc just going, fuck, when it misses.
Yeah. I was like, fuck.
Alright. It's a 40% chance to hit. I have one use of War Priest left. Do I use it now and kill this? Fucking go for a 40% chance, which in Fire Emblem I would not do. Or do I save it for the actual fight?
Listen, in Fire Emblem they would counter you back, and that would be when your character gets crit. But
Oh, yeah.
You stand a better chance. You stand a better chance now. There's no.
Yeah, fuck.
There's no consequence of missing other
Cunt!
than burning your resources. So
Oh, well,
that's
I thought both my spells.
I did forget to mention that Fists of Bane do have counter as a... No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Anyways, that is you?
Yeah, that's me.
Is that what they're really called? Fists of Bane?
Yeah. They are the Fists of Bane.
I'm shifting to there to open up a flank.
Um,
Like a nice person.
yeah.
It would be awesome if the cleric had Bane
They,
to inflict upon
eh,
the Fists of Bane.
They
I
call,
have no
they call
wisdom,
themselves
my save
Fists
is dog
because
shit.
Bane has a very hand-oriented motif. It's the hand of oppression and things like that. He's
And-
a tyrant god.
I'm just ribbing the shit cleric that we have.
Yeah. So
Plus or minus that thing that you might run into later in the campaign.
Magvel poot scoots away. So
Shift over to open up a flank, specifically.
alrighty. Well, they follow you skirting around, and they're going to actually decide on who they want to hit because 3 people have landed really annoying hits on them.
Disadvantage, my dear.
Most recently it was Lorene, so she deserves the punishment.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yes, she does.
So they're gonna swing for. He's gonna swing for Rhea with disadvantage. That is a 3. So Rhea brings her own shield up and blocks that one. Orla,
Is
flank
that
has
what
been
those
set up.
things are for?
What's that? Oh yeah. Orla, you're up.
So I don't know how flanks work. Where's the flank that you opened up?
He's over here.
On this dead guy.
So diagonal. As long as you're in an adjacent square with somebody else.
or specifically
Okay.
across from them. So
Yeah.
I'll just switch onto my line. There to there, there to there, there to there.
Yeah.
And with
Okay.
large creatures, it's a little bit different, but we'll explain that when we get to it.
Cool.
So, yeah,
I
you
guess
could
I'll
be
hop into
here.
I'll hop into the water and take advantage of that. How deep is the water?
It's not.
Is
It's
it?
inconsequential.
Okay.
It would be enough to slow your movement down, but not that you risk getting swept away. You're a dwarf. You're sturdy.
Enough to drown someone, but not enough to really cause
Yeah.
any other problems, unless a
it's
foot's
funny.
currently on the back
If
of your head.
M Night Shyamalan has taught us anything, 3 inches of puddle water in a parking lot is enough to drown someone.
That sigh.
Please
Sounds
swing
accurate.
away.
I'm gonna swing my greatsword again at this person.
Get that nerd.
Fuck.
Fuck. Fuck. Unfortunately, that misses.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else for your turn?
Wait, let me read this real fast. Last turn. So, yeah, no, I'm not. I'm gonna move out of the way in case anyone else wants to take advantage of the flank for now.
Not there!
I would discourage. moving
Never
out of
mind.
this.
I just remembered opportunity attacks are a
Yeah,
thing.
so you can move.
Yeah.
You can move. You can move up, or you can move anywhere that stays within his 5-foot range without provoking.
Then I'll move there.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be better.
I apologize.
No, it's okay.
No worries.
That's why we told you instead of just immediately punishing you for it, because people forget all the time. Everybody.
I
gets one.
imagine as she's moving, she's just twirling in a circle.
Just like, no.
And here comes my sword! Oh shit. Spin, spin, spin!
Peregrine.
Oh, all of my 2 offensive spells, other than my cantrip, both have DC saves.
You'll be fine.
It gets advantage on it, which is cool.
You'll be fine, my dude. Just
Throw a rock at him. This time with
Yeah,
your
just-
arm.
Huh. Well, just, you
Yeah,
know,
but-
with the magic spell, he
Listen.
just, like, points at something and then points at another target and it launches itself towards
Listen.
it.
It only occasionally works out well for the advantage roll. As case in point with Dido, I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Yeah, but see, now you're gonna roll, like, 2 20s when it's
Probably.
me that you have to...
Probably.
Fine,
We
eat
have to-
rock, asshole!
We have to
David,
emasculate all of
you
the
gotta
male
roll the one.
characters for the sheer folly of playing male characters.
This is, yeah, every time I played a male character, I've been bamboozled by my rolls. I don't like it.
And y'all notice that this battlefield looks like a brain, so intellect devourers are going to emerge from all the dead people.
Oh, I
Don't
gotta go
say
back
that.
to the forest. See you
Do
later.
not say that.
Alright, another DC 14, please.
Alrighty. I'll have you know that was like one of the best scenes in Dragon Heist, just scaring the ever-living shit out of Shay. 14.
That motherfucker.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah,
Is
in that
there-
one
is there
instance,
a-
it was like, mimics are the cunt, and now intellect devourers are the cunt.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather go back to the mimics at this point.
Exactly.
Dido, did you ever hear about that story?
Mimics or
No,
intellect
the
devourers?
Intellect devourer.
I've had experiences with those.
Yeah.
My
For-
monk was the only one to fight 4 packs of 3 of them
Oh, fun.
and survive.
Yeah, there in Dragon Heist we didn't do it, but there was a quest where one of the characters, they were like, "Hey, we need you to check in on this guy because he's been acting weird ever since he came back from Undermountain." And it turns out he got an intellect devourer put in his head, and
Oh shit.
Shay's character decided she was going to check on him alone, and so there was a bit of a grapple, and as he's pinning her down in his room, it literally, the intellect devourer comes out of his mouth, and so it's like it does the thing moment where like his jaw opens up wide and the intellect devourer comes out. And it was just the greatest narration I had ever done.
I got to lobotomize it.
Yeah, and
Panicking.
I played in a homebrew. I was a monk. Played much like I played Lime, but a much higher level. She had a band of intellect, so her intelligence was always 20.
and they were
So
like,
everybody hid in the barbarians. What is that fortress called? Well, I went out and fought all of these intellect devourers because the barbarian was too stupid to fight them. I would die.
nice.
It's like later in the story, we were ambushed by a bunch of intellect devourers too, and it just became a thing that my character hates brains.
Yeah.
Well, Rose got completely fucking knocked out by them.
Very first,
Yeah,
very
well, no,
first
she got knocked out like 3 times.
Like, reduced to 0 intellect. Fucking.
That was
2
like
or
our
3
our
times.
first combat in Undermountain. There were like 3 of them, and just brain blasted her like Jimmy Neutron.
Yep. But
Jesus.
Trying to combat. Bam! Rose is down!
An intellect devourer body husk person got to have his way with her fighter, and she got a cool sentient axe for it.
I did.
Woohoo!
But anyways, Peregrine, that shot missed. Anything else?
Nope. Man, a low-level artificer sucks.
Guys, I can't believe I've had an enemy survive for 3 rounds of combat in any of these games. Like, this is... I don't know what to do about this.
Well, consider... I think the... Oh, not tooting my own horn, but I think I might have the best 2-hit, which is 40%.
Yeah. No,
That's not amazing!
hey, this is wild. I've never seen an enemy live 3 rounds against you guys.
No, last time we faced these fucking cunts, they
riding
lasted
this
a
high.
long time.
Let's see here. You have 11. Can I kill Frost in 1 shot? No, I'm kidding.
That's the dead guy.
Is that the dead guy? That
That's
is
the
the
dead
dead guy. Lily! That was the dead guy, so
Yeah.
you get to go.
Alright.
No, didn't I tell you he assumes double initiative when his friend goes down?
You did not mention that.
They summoned him for one final round of glorious combat.
Oh, that would be a really cool ability. It's like, yeah, you technically beat him, but he stays alive for hits.
For the glory of Bahamut.
You bring your sword down and you steal another. No, you land the killing blow. Victory.
And I just go whoosh and de-blood the blade.
Alright, well, we do not have enough time to finish, unless you all want to keep going. But I know Dido is resisting the urge of Axe Shower Gel.
No, actually, I'm resisting the urge of charging Shane for his services.
That's also true. I do believe this would go longer than an hour if we kept going. So it is just a, what do you all want to do?
I'm fine to keep going.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm more than happy.
Okay,
I sleep.
sleep. Okay, we'll stop here then. There's
have,
enough we could do another session next week with this content, so it's not a big deal stopping.
Yeah, my goal this year is to have a normal sleeping schedule, and that requires me going to bed at midnight.
It must be
Well-
it's 12:30 by the way, but that is also
I
because we
know.
started late thanks to you. So 30 minutes is your punishment.
Yes. I know.
All right.
I said it's okay.
Yeah. So
That being said, I'm kind of glad you said it because I am currently 4.5 hours past my bedtime.
but it's like early. For
I just
you.
opened a new beer, so
Oh,
I think
Oh, we can go for another 20.
no, Kay needs to go to bed.
yeah, Shane's good at bed.
All right, so we'll wrap up here, and like I said, there's enough content in this that it'll be enough to make for another episode and basically get you guys into Baldur's Gate next week. All this adventure is doing is circumventing the shitty fight the overpowered pirates and get you straight into the bathhouse. So you're bypassing a lot.
Bathhouse.
You're bypassing a lot of the unfun opening stuff, but we'll kind of lightning round it when we get there because you'll still have to deal with a few things when you get into the city. But for now, thank you everybody. This has been our redoing of Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. I've got a good feeling about this group, and hopefully Shane won't spur a pack
I pick
of,
up my shield before I fucking forget.
There you go. Hopefully Shane won't inspire a pack of random citizens to form a mob and then leave them to be murdered in front of Shay.
I figured that at least be witnesses. Like, come on, you don't have a fucking mob without
there
like
were witnesses. They
other
were just
assholes
I'm
just
not getting
standing by
involved.
watching. They could have fucking gone and got the guards while the pack was being murdered.
I'm gonna end the stream so Kay can go and we can tell